Welcome to Always Monday Night, the wrestling podcast made by fans for fans. And here are your hosts, Chris K and Tina Bay.
Okay, folks, how you doing? That's welcome to Always Monday Night, and I'm Chris K with my lovely host, the Princess of Maine, Tina Bay. How you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
Great.
I got the giggles right now because I'm called the Princess of Maine.
Princess of Maine. That's her new name. That's her Princess of Maine. I guarantee you, there's nobody else. There ain't no other Princess of Maine, sweetie. So you're the best they got, sweetie. So that's you.
Oh, thank you.
We are coming off a very interesting SmackDown from last night, which is off of Royal Rumble, which was last week. So we're going to talk about Royal Rumble, talk about SmackDown, talk about the future of the Bloodline. And in that, I actually have a top 20 list of my favorite stables and groups of wrestling in the last, I would say, 30, 40 years. So we'll go into that today. But we'll talk some news and notes first before we get into what's going on. And some things that we didn't talk about last time was, we don't know why we didn't talk about last time, was my girl, Mandy Sakamura. What's her name now? Sakamoni,
Sakamoni, I think it's called.
I don't know. I'm gonna call her. We're calling her Mandy Soprano for now on. Mandy Soprano, because that's what
Mandy
she's
Soprano.
Like. But with her, now the last thing I heard was from her. It's not OnlyFans, it's something else. Fun Time, you said?
Fan Time.
Fan Time. Yeah, you're right. Fan Time. Did you hear that she got like 2 million subscribers within a week?
Mm-hmm.
And then people were like, "Oh, that doesn't make it." Or she made $2 million off subscribing to 2 million. And I'm thinking to myself, that makes sense because there's a lot of perverts out there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of perverts in wrestling. And if you don't realize there is that true, if you watched, obviously you weren't around for the Attitude Era, because the Attitude Era was full of perverted
nudity.
Oh yeah. Even after that, even later on, when like what did Bischoff had? Didn't Bischoff have like a lesbian thing going on or something like that? Or
I can't remember.
There was something with lesbians. I meant to look it up because something. But anyway, but it's interesting the fact that Mandy was let go because of this.
Like, that's right. He had the two girls called the lesbians.
Yeah,
that's all they were called. Were the lesbians, and they had their own little locker room. The lesbians,
was like Hot Lesbian Action or something like that, or
yes,
some stuff like that. Yeah, it was some. But yeah, but Mandy got released from this, and I think it's hypocritical because, I just think it's weird that because like these women that come out, like right now, we were just talking before we start recording, we're talking about how Lacey Evans changed her outfit and how she's has more of a sexy kind of like attire of a army kind of fatigue, and it's like you portray women like this, like they're ones wearing all these skimpy outfits. So why can't they make money off the skimpy outfits somewhere else outside the company? Which I think is ridiculous. I'm like,
but I heard, being devil's advocate, that Mandy knew about it, that it was in her contract, and she told her fans not to say anything. People were screenshotting it and sending it to Reddit.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, she tried to keep this under the wraps. But there was something else going back, even with the other things. Like, if you watch Up, Up, Down, Down with Xavier Woods, his name's not Xavier Woods. His name is Austin Creed. You know, when Paige was on doing her Twitter thing, she couldn't use Paige anymore. She changed to Sarai because WWE wouldn't let her. I just think it's just like this. The reason why I'm bringing this up because this is a thing I have, and a lot of people have the same opinion I have. One of the things that I think the problems is with WWE nowadays from before is there's no star. There's no big name. They treat everybody like the stars of the show. Like they treat the show as the star and not the stars. Back in the days, you would have Hulk Hogan everywhere. You know, you had Austin everywhere. Even Shawn Michaels for a little bit. You had Austin everywhere. You had Rock everywhere. You don't have these guys everywhere. You don't see them anywhere. It's like it's no big time person. Now, granted, you have your champions, you have your people, but you don't have someone that you're going to know.
They're lacking star power.
Yeah, exactly. They don't have no star power. There's nobody out there that you know. Like there's nobody out there that you can go to. Like back in the 80s, if everyone you said Hulk Hogan, people who not watch wrestling knew who Hulk Hogan was No, people, if you study Stone Cold Steve Austin, people out there who didn't watch wrestling knew who Stone Cold Steve Austin was. Now everybody knows the fucking Rock. Like, who doesn't know the Rock? I mean, everybody knows the Rock. Nowadays, who you have nowadays that everybody knows? I mean, like, maybe Roman Reigns,
Becky Lynch.
maybe Becky Lynch. Yes, Becky Lynch, maybe. Sarah
She
Flair.
was on Young Rock as Cyndi Lauper.
Yes, she was, and she did a very good job. I saw some of that. I saw a little bit of that. She did a pretty good New York accent, which I thought was pretty cool. But like, you don't have that nowadays. And then now you have somebody who's making himself a star outside your parameters. Like, man, again, Manny is doing something that's a little inappropriate, maybe inappropriate in some people's eyes, but risque is a better word for me because I have no problem with it.
Neither do I.
I just don't feel like paying the subscription. I'm broke. I'm a poor man.
She charges $40 just to get in, and then she charges for her photos.
You think I could do
and I heard she gets down and dirty in these photos.
Well, there was talks about her famous picture was her. She's in the pool, and she's naked in the pool, and you can pretty much see it. That's what one I heard of. She's got one picture and she's in the pool and she gets pretty naked. But I'm broke, so if anyone does a GoFundMe page for me for $40, and so I can, I appreciate that. I know a woman.
They said that there's pictures up to $200 there. What? in her fan time.
But what is she showing for $200 worth of a picture?
The little man in the boat, probably.
I mean, is she just showing nude pics? Like, that's why I need to find this out. I
don't know. I'm not paying the $200 to find out.
I gotta ask the wife because that shows up on the the monthly statement. I got some explaining to do. This is for work research, babe.
Work research.
This is work.
I had to see Mandy in the boat.
Yeah, we gotta see Mandy. I gotta see Mandy naked. Yeah, from there. First, I heard something about a pool. Like she was in a pool naked. I heard like she's taking requests for certain positions or something like that. I heard something like that too. But
I heard that too.
Yeah, and apparently this is like there's a lot of. I heard there's like a lot of websites. I always thought it was OnlyFans, but like apparently there's a whole bunch of websites like this now that girls can just like do whatever. And it's just like it's crazy.
You have to be really pretty. That leaves me out. B, you have to be famous. That leaves me out. Or an influencer.
Well, I mean, if there's one from Maine, you might be famous for Maine. I mean.
I don't know about that.
I don't know, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I listen. All power to anybody. I have no problem people doing what they want to do for fun. Do what they're gonna do for money. It's all the way it is nowadays. You make
Chris.
What?
I did tell you I used to be a phone sex operator, right?
That's right. You were a phone sex operator. Yes, I had no problem with that. You gotta make the money where you make the money. Nowadays, it's like back in the days, it was like you do stuff like that, phone sex operator. Nowadays, it's like you got crypto. I can't even understand that shit. So it's just beyond the way people want to make money nowadays, and it's just crazy. But like, I just think it's kind of hypocritical because you make this woman into you make these women into like these
objects,
symbols, the objects, yeah. And then when she's actually using what you've been using for her own benefits, it's a big deal. And I understand the contract. I understand she broke a contract and she got fired. And if that's the truth, if she broke the contract, then fine. I understand you let her go. It's fine. I mean, I'm not against letting her go. I mean, she was on NXT,
Sorry.
so it wasn't like she was on the main roster. But go ahead.
Right. I heard she was about ready to go up to the main roster again with Toxic Attraction. We know how that turned out.
Well, I heard the only reason why she lost the belt was because they found out.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I assume she wasn't losing the belt anytime soon, but yeah. But I mean, like, honestly, in her position, if you were Mandy Rose, would you want to go back to the main roster? As big you were,
no.
And how people up there are getting buried again, like,
yeah,
it's just you got Chelsea Green fight with Chelsea Green.
And I heard that the NXT schedule is a lot lighter than the WWE.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, I can absolutely believe.
I think they stay in Florida for NXT.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The NXT's all primarily in Florida. Everything's down there, which is good for them. But yeah, one of the things since we're talking about NXT, we go into like this other thing we were going to talk about that you brought up to me last night that I didn't really bring up to you because of why, and I said why. This brawl between Braun Breaker and Grayson. What's Grayson's name? Grayson something?
Grayson Waller.
Grayson Waller, yes. Yeah, I can tell that. Now, For those who don't know, apparently Grayson Waller and Braun Breaker went after each other, like fist fighting, fist fighting at the Performance Center. And they show it as in like this was not a work. Now, as we're speaking this, they just fired a woman because she was putting out sexy photos out against management permission. Do you really think all those people who were in the process of training was allowed to have their phones with them at that time? Because if you look, the one video is one of the girls. She's doing this little video, like, "How you doing? Yes, I just got done working on the training. Oh my god, I think something's going on. I don't know what's going. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god." And she starts showing the fights. Like, do you really think Albert and Booker T or wherever they're working, Shawn Michaels let these guys on the floor with the mats with their phones? And if they're fighting, you can see a bunch of people in the background with their phones out too. I'm like, how many people in their training facility has phones in their hand? It's not like they're at a regular gym.
Right.
I'm sure they don't play around. I'm pretty sure like once you get in the gym, your outside world is disconnected. So I think the phones being there was a little I think it was a work, because then it might be even more as Grayson interrupted Shawn Michaels with some kind of media thing. You see this?
I heard about it, but I did not see it. No.
I did not watch. I did not listen to it, but I saw it. Shawn Michaels is doing like media coverage and stuff. He's in a room with like doing a Zoom call, and here comes Grayson yelling about him and shit like that, and give him a hard time.
That was a work.
That was definitely a work. So that with the fight with Braun Breaker, and then with him with the argument with, yeah, I think it's a work. I really do. But whatever gets your eyes on your product, it is what it is. Wrestling is a work. I mean, it is.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. It's
fix, not fake.
Yeah, it's speaking of a work, I think they're working on us too for WrestleMania. I think we talked about this the other day about how the rumors are like Austin's going to fight Roman, or Austin might fight Brock at WrestleMania. Oh yeah. There's two of them now. There's two rumors now. They're talking to Austin about him appearing at WrestleMania. The first thing was him to fight Brock, which that's not going to work. Not one effing.
That's not going to work out.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
If I'll tell you right now, if that's even a thought, if they would call me up and say, "Hey, Steve, how you doing? What's up, pal? Hey, we got an idea. We want you to fight Brock at WrestleMania." Oh, I think you're a little like 15 years too late with that, buddy. I mean, like, you should have called me back in 2003, dumbass. Maybe 20 years too late. But yeah, that's like that. I thought about that, and all I could think of was Goldberg and Undertaker at Crown Jewel, or wherever one they were at, Super Showdown, whatever the hell.
Oh god, that was horrible.
When they were like, it was like 105. You had two 55-year-olds or 53-year-olds fighting in 104-degree weather. Like, are you kidding me? Like, come on, man. You made these guys look such like a bunch of chumps. Then Goldberg knocks himself out. Yeah.
Glenn Jacobs' mask comes flying off.
Yeah, then they had that fiasco. I think that was.
And then the last shot is Shawn and Triple H. They're sitting in the corner, and Shawn looks at him and goes, "I'm too old for this shit."
Yeah. And Triple H hurt himself in that match too.
He tore his pec.
Yeah, he tore his pec. Yeah, he tore his pec. Did Cody Rhodes?
Cody.
Yeah, Cody. But yeah, I mean, that's just another thing that was just weird. And then, and then the other thing I thought was really weird. This is like, we're doing real quick things so we can get into Royal Rumble stuff. Then the other thing I thought was really, really weird was they started announcing the new game, the 2K23 WWE 23, and then they like you get like the Madden game, which is the football game. The Madden game's been around for like 25 years now, and one of the biggest things for the game was who is on the cover. That's the big thing every year. So I'm thinking, oh, so who's on the cover? And who's on the cover?
And his name is John Cena.
Are you kidding me? That shows right there.
And his name is John Cena.
There's no stars in WWE to the point where you got to bring John Cena just to be on your cover of the video game. He was already on your cover already.
Wasn't Becky on one of the covers?
Becky and Roman was on the covers together one time.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, the reason why they were both on the covers is because the storyline, the career mode, storyline mode that you play with a female and a male.
Oh, cool.
No, it sucked. Oh,
really?
I got bored with it real quick. Yeah, I can pause real quick.
That sucks.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun, but it was just like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
So,
Once you tried it once, you tried it a million
yeah, it was
times.
like, eh. I mean, I liked it better when you're like, they had like the version, I think it was the version that had Cena on the cover. Was like you literally just picked you literally just picked a wrestler or a star, and you went through the game as that person, and you had to keep beating people up and try to move up the ranks. And once you were like number one contender, then you go after the belt, unless you won the Royal Rumble, or unless you got the Money in the Bank. I like that
Right.
better. This you build your own character, and like you're literally at like, your overall to 57. You're fighting like, you're
I remember having a PlayStation 2 and playing WWE on it and doing the career mode and shit.
those
And
were
it was
better.
kind of cool. I made it
Those
to
were better. Yeah,
SmackDown.
yeah. SmackDown, Raw versus SmackDown. Then you had SmackDown. Bring the Pain and
And then they had Saturday night of the main event on
that's
this
like,
particular one on PlayStation.
oh really?
Yep. Because you had to move up in the ranks. You would do
Yeah, yeah,
dark
yeah.
matches, and then you do Saturday night main event, and then you gradually move up to either Raw or SmackDown. And I got
Yeah.
SmackDown.
Well, the new version has like a GM mode, which I liked. That was pretty cool. I played that one. That was pretty good. You
22 or 23? Oh, 22. Yeah,
20,
I have 22.
22. There was no 21. There's 22. Um, that's how bad the game was getting. They didn't even put a fucking 21 out. It went from 20, which was
COVID.
Roman and Becky, and they skipped
Back.
over it. They
Yeah.
brought some WWE Battleground game, which I think flopped, and then they brought back 2021 or 2022 and 2022, and they changed the controllers on the damn thing. I was so pissed. I'm still trying to figure out the controls in the goddamn game. Um, but they're bringing back the new one. It's coming out in March, and of course they got three different versions of the goddamn thing. Like you can buy the standard edition, the deluxe edition, or super deluxe edition, or thug out.
Right.
I'm like,
I just had the regular edition.
I bought the regular. Well, the one edition they had, I forget which one it was when it was like Flair. It had a Flair version, and I was gonna buy that just for the fun of it because they had a bunch of like extra
I
stuff to
hate
it.
Flair.
And I tried it, so do I too. I do, but I'm like, yeah, screw it, why not? But when I try to pre-order, they're like, oh well, you can't pre-order. We ran out of pre-orders. I'm like, it's a pre-order. How you run out of a pre-order? Like, order some more. I was like, what the hell? Fucking GameStop sucks. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, oh yeah, we ran out of them. What do you run out? It's a pre-order. I'm pre-ordering for you to get it
I
for
like
me.
GameStop.
Like, what the fuck? Like, how you not? It's a
They ran
pre-order.
out of pre-orders.
It's yeah, he ran out of pre-orders for it was for the deluxe edition. It was like the Woo edition, which was like Flair's Woo edition.
Right.
Yeah, like 15 of his different versions of them and all that stuff. I was like, screw it, why not for the fun of it? And then I was going to do it for the NWO version that was out this last one, but it wasn't a hard copy one. I'm not a big fan of digital copy ones, and it was like $100 and some dollars. I'm like, I don't know. But I still have some like games that was laying around, and they're are worth a couple bucks, so I might just trade them in and use it towards the new game. So I ain't got to put too much money out for the new game in case it sucks. But who knows how it's going to be? I mean, you got War Games though. That looked pretty good.
Yeah, that looks cool.
There is some video of them playing War Games so far. That looked pretty good. I
Yeah.
was okay. We'll see about that. So we'll go from there. So we'll see about that. And
I haven't even played 22 yet. I think I went through the characters and that's about it.
well, I got it upstairs, man. Text me. We'll play. I don't care.
Okay, cool.
Um.
I gotta get the PlayStation out of my kids' room first.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, mine's in the living room. My stuff's in the living room.
You mean Casey's not in front of it playing?
No, she plays her Switch. Her Switch is in the basement. She plays.
Oh. Let's get right into the Royal Rumble then. Do you want to talk about the guys or the girls first?
Well, I was gonna go down the order, but the only thing is I didn't write down the order of the matches because the rest of the matches sucked. But
Yeah,
all
they
right,
did.
let's get into the Royal Rumble because obviously there's a lot going on with the Royal Rumble, and there's um, a lot going on from the Royal Rumble, and it's pretty much going to be built up from the Royal Rumble, which is supposed to how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
You're supposed to build up WrestleMania starting at Royal Rumble. They haven't done that last couple of years. Back in days in the
Nope.
90s and the 2000s, like stuff that happened in Royal Rumble causes matches at WrestleMania. And they haven't really
Yeah.
done that too much, but yeah.
That's because they have a premium live event every fucking 3-4 weeks.
Yeah.
They can't build it up.
They already have another one
I think
coming
that
up.
was the worst thing they ever did was make more than one make a premium live event every month.
Well, I mean, it makes sense, but I mean, the thing with the premium line event now is it makes sense when it was a pay per view because you made money off that. But you were selling it. You're not selling it no more.
No, $5 a head.
Yeah, $5. Yeah, it's like you're not selling it no more. And they're coming out like, oh, we had like the most viewers of all time watching Royal Rumble. Blah blah blah. No fucking duh, dude. Like, they're paying $5 for that shit. It's
Yeah,
not, if you were paying $35 and say, oh, we had the most viewers of all time. Yeah, because you just made some fucking money off it. That's something to talk about. But it's part of the package. You know what I mean? Like, you're not making more off it. It's part of the package. Like, I don't understand why that. Like, it's a big fucking deal because you had so many people watch it. It's fucking technically if you're buying Peacock and you already had Peacock, you're watching WWE for free.
Yep.
You fucking morons.
Actually, my little avatar is Asuka.
What?
My little avatar,
yeah,
on Peacock is Asuka.
No shit, is it really? Yeah, like if people already had Peacock, because I'm watching other shit on Peacock right now. I watched Yellowstone on Peacock. I'm watching 2.5 Men now on Peacock. So I don't even watch WWE on there. I don't even watch you know what I mean? Like if I'm a big like TV fan, like an NBC fan, like right now, like if I'm right now watching like 2.5 Men or I think like Night Court or something like that, the new Night Court. Like I'm literally watching your fucking pay-per-view for free because I'm already paying for it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's whatever. So
nothing to brag about.
Yeah, like it's literally somebody put on Peacock that day. Oh, let's see what's on Peacock. And so, the wrestling's on. Let's put the wrestling on for a few minutes. Let's see what's like because I'm already watching. How am I paying for it? You know what I mean? Right. Like it's just like I don't know. It's just fucking dumb. Like if AEW with their pay-per-views, they can boost their numbers. They can boost about their numbers because people are paying to see that. They're paying $35, $40 to see it. They're not paying $5 to see a fucking WWE when you're already paying for Peacock for other shit. Like it's so fucking stupid. Okay, anyway, Royal Rumble. The first thing was, let's start off with the big thing about Royal Rumble was the big return to the Royal Rumble. They always talk about the return, but the biggest return of all was Mr. Pat McAfee. And I think that was great to see him back.
Yes, it was.
Yes, I think it was nice. I mean, they're saying that Cole did not know he was going to be there. People are coming out saying that they did not know he was going to be there. It was all surprise. There's a picture of him in his hoodie with the mask over his face and all that hidden in the back. Like, so people didn't really know he was going to be there. The rumor is that his plane landed like a half hour or 25 minutes before the show started. So I don't know. But yeah, that was interesting. And after that, the men's Royal Rumble was actually first. I was
first time since I was too, because it's the first time since they started the Royal Rumble that the men's went first.
I believe so. I didn't get a chance to look it up. I think this is the first time I went first. I know the women's went first a couple times. I think last year the women's went first.
Yep.
And maybe year for that women's went maybe it was second or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm very surprised that the men's went first. And the one thing was they didn't even waste time with their storylines this year with the like literally Brock come out and Bobby came out right after. I'm like, yo, like you want to put a few people in there and make it look like more interesting? Like, hello. Mm-hmm. And it was just like I think Gunther starting off number 1 was actually pretty cool. Like Gunther started off number 1, and second number 2 was Sheamus. Like and they already
that
had
was
their
weird,
battles.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's another storyline match that came in. You know what I mean? Like it was just weird. And it was just the people in it, it's funny, like what do they call it? Cannon fodder or whatever the fuck they call it. What's that word? Like, people just throw out there and like waste of time. Like if you look at the first like 10 guys that went out there, like Escobar, Chad Gable, Xavier Woods, Gargano, Kofi Kingston, The Miz. Like these guys were just thrown into the mix just to throw into the mix.
Yeah.
And it's sad because like if you look at the 30 guys who are in there, who else other than Cody was gonna win this fucking thing? Like who else is gonna put in there is gonna win? Like you put Ricochet at number 28. Oh yeah.
I love Ricochet.
I like him too, but like, oh yeah, he had a chance.
I know, right? You're so tiny.
Yeah, like I mean literally, and like I don't know, it's just like Dom Mysterio staying there for a long time, which I liked. I thought that was pretty cool.
Mommy taught him well.
Yeah, mommy taught him well. Yeah, mommy taught him well. Yeah. Then you had Baron Corbin, that was like, yeah, Otis. I totally forgot about Otis. Otis came out. Oh, shit, I forgot about Otis. Elias was actually in there. I'm surprised to see it's nice to see Elias in there. But the one that I thought was hysterical, what I thought was so sad when Booker T came out. And I'll tell you why. That son of a bitch looked like he was out of breath just walking the aisleway. Did you see him walking down there? He looked like he couldn't breathe. He got to he. I'm like, Jesus, you look like me trying to get right out of bed, going to the bathroom at 4 o'clock in the morning. You look like you couldn't even breathe. And then apparently afterwards, like the day afterwards or 2 days after, he retires. He said, I'm done. You're never going to see me in the ring again. Well, no shit, Sherlock. You can't even walk to the ring, you putz. I was so mad. Like, why the hell is he even there? I was like, whatever. And then you had like the other thing was like you had almost come out, and then Strowman come out right after him. Come on, dude. Like spread that
Yeah,
shit out.
that's
Huh?
like the year they spoiled all the draft picks on WWE.com.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember that. I just thought I just thought because it was like, but like I said, like you didn't start new storylines. You kept going the same storylines. Like, I mean, we really going to watch Brock and friggin' Bobby Lashley again? And I think it's at
The
Elimination Chambers.
800th time.
Yeah, it's Elimination Chambers. Are they fighting Elimination Chambers?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, they're fighting Elimination Chambers. Elimination Chamber. Saying Chambers. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, The Miz was first out, which I thought was hysterical. And then you had Logan Paul come back. Why?
He is so polarizing. He's
I
athletic as hell, you gotta admit.
he is a very big surprise, but he's already hurt himself once. Wasn't
Yeah.
as serious as they thought it was. That's why he came back for the Rumble. But serious, he's already hurt himself
Yeah.
once. You put him one main match with Roman, and he's already hurt himself, which I thought was a little weird. But I mean, it is what it is. You know, that thing with Ricochet and Logan Paul, that was crazy. When
That was nuts.
The
I
only
wonder if
problem
that was planned.
yeah, the only problem about that is that's not the first time that happened. There's a video, I
Oh.
think it's on NXT. People did it on NXT. And it looks exactly the same.
Ah.
Yeah, excuse me. I saw a picture version of that. And I was like, oh shit. So I guess it wasn't new.
Right. It was still
But,
cool.
yeah, I mean
Sounded like
then you see Edge coming back with his storyline with the Judgment Day.
yeah.
The rumor is I read someplace that one of the things going out there is that Dom is going to be his final match.
Why Dominic?
I have no idea. I saw that. Apparently, the rumor is WrestleMania is his last match. He's going to retire to WrestleMania, which is fine.
Yeah,
But
he's getting old.
if it's anyone from the Judgment Day who's going to be his final match, I don't think it should be Finn Balor. I think it should be Damian Priest.
Oh, that'd be
I
great.
think if you really want to have some fun with it, I think Finn is fighting. Oh, they're doing an intergender women's match, right? I think is like lazy
Yeah,
booking.
Tim and Rhea, you lazy booking.
Lazy booking. Yes, we watched it. We listened to that one show too. Because I totally agree. Lazy booking. But it's just like, I mean, we saw Finn Balor and Edge at last week. Was it Raw? What did they fight on Raw?
Raw. Yeah, I think it was
And they
Raw.
fought before they fought the I Quit match at Extreme Rules. That was there. That was okay. A little messed up what they did with the whole Beth Phoenix and blah blah blah. But to me,
Yeah, that was stupid.
But I mean, I think it should be Beth and Rhea this week, not the intergender match. I think they should have Beth and Rhea. I thought they were going to do Beth and Rhea, get her ready for the match with Charlotte, and now it's an intergender match, which I think totally ruins it. I think it totally messes it up, and I'm not really looking forward to it.
If anything, I think who's with Rhea? Is it Finn?
It's Finn.
Finn's gonna eat the pin.
Yeah, Finn's gonna get it. So I mean, no surprise, Cody won. I mean, there was no I mean, let's be honest. There was no surprise on who won the match.
Predictable.
Yeah, the whole pay-per-view was predictable on who won. I mean, obviously you couldn't pick who was coming out, but the winners, I mean, were predictable. We called them out. Everybody said the same thing. We weren't the only ones that called it out. It was no surprise. You couldn't go anywhere else with these with the women's, which we'll talk about a little bit, and the men's. You couldn't go anywhere else with this. I mean, you couldn't. I mean, what other guy should have won the Royal Rumble? You could have a different one or two different people for the ladies.
Hornswoggle. Hornswoggle. He wasn't even there.
We done?
Damn.
You finished?
I'm done.
Hornswoggle.
Don't unfriend me.
Not yet. Not that far. Hornswoggle. Was it? Wait. Hornswoggle. Isn't that like Vince McMahon's like legitimate son or something like that?
Yes.
I wasn't watching it at the time. That's one of the period I wasn't watching it, but yeah. Yeah, whatever. Okay, anyway. It was very predictable. Cody won, obviously. But Cody with Gunther, I thought that was pretty cool. I think that was a good thing they did. They did fight. They did do a little wrestling at the end. That was very, very cool to see. I think Gunther lasting to the end was very cool. And like, I didn't realize how much weight Gunther lost until they started putting out all these old pictures of him. Holy shit! Did Gunther
He got fit.
Did Gunther and Top Dog get like those like weight surgeries when they tie up your stomach or something? Like they lost weight like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I mean, didn't help Top Dog. He still fucking sucks.
Top Dog. Which one's that?
Not Top Dog. Top Dollar.
Oh, Top Dollar can't. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, he sucks. Dude.
I thought it was hilarious when Michael Cole yelled out, "That's how a big man flies." When Drew McIntyre did the suicide bomb. Or whatever. Not the suicide bomb, the suicide dive, sorry.
Suicide dive, yeah. He's just ridiculous. Like, was he even no, he wasn't in the top. He wasn't in the 30. Thank God he wasn't in the 30 Royal Rumble. Trying to think, is there any other surprises there? I was surprised. No, that's it. Johnny Gargano.
Michelle McCool jumping in with her Uggs was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get to the ladies when I'm trying to.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. We're
trying to get the order of the matches, but the thing is, my dumbass didn't write down the order of the match. What was after the Royal Rumble? Was it the ladies match, or was it the Pitch Black match?
I think it was a Pitch Black match.
Okay, that Pitch Black match was the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life in the history of WWE.
Stupid.
That was so fucking dumb. You bring Bray Wyatt back for that stupid shit was ridiculous. You had two good guys who could have some fun with a match. First of all, it wasn't a blackout match. It was a fucking rave match, okay? I was waiting for like the kids to come out with little fucking glow sticks while they're fucking wrestling. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Then he's putting these masks on. Then they do this whole big fiasco off stage, and Howdy's jumping off the top of the thing like he's fucking Shane McMahon. Oh shit, that's who Uncle Howdy is. He's Shane McMahon. You heard it here first, folks.
You heard it here.
And he had the characters up top looking down. What the fuck is this dumb shit? Like seriously. And
they're going overboard.
Then the one thing I didn't know what the fuck was going on. What the fuck was in the cups? Like they knocked over these cups and all this yellow green shit's everywhere. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? They knocked something the fuck over. I have no idea what the fuck it was. I really don't. Yeah,
it was a bad match. I got up and went to the bathroom and made myself a taco.
I actually watched it. I can't believe I actually watched this match. I cannot believe I watched this match. I'm so upset with myself for watching this match.
Wasted a good 15 minutes of your life.
But yeah, I'll never get 15. Yeah, I'm suing WWE. That's 15 minutes I'll never get back. Speaking of suing, you see Brett Favre is suing Pat McAfee?
Yes, I heard all about it.
Yeah, what a fucking douchebag.
For defamatory.
I can't stand for defamatory. Fuck you, Favre. I can't stand Favre.
I can't stand Favre either. He's an idiot.
He's such a fucking punk. Anyway, but yeah, I that match was so ridiculous. I mean, and once again, you knew who was gonna win. Bray Wyatt was gonna win. I feel bad for LA Knight. I really do because LA Knight's good. I like him. He's
getting buried. The poor guy.
Yeah, he got buried pretty bad. And then it comes back. I think it was on SmackDown. Yeah, SmackDown. They brought him on SmackDown. And they said, how about the match? He goes, I don't want to talk about the match. I'm not talking about the match. No. And he walks off. Like, okay, so yeah, all right. So hopefully that thing's
big
over
old
with.
Puss.
But then who now that that's over with? Who's Bray gonna fight now? Because no one's gonna.
I think they're going to continue the storyline with Alexis Bliss.
That's That's just stupid. Speaking of
It
Alexa
is.
Bliss, they had the Bianca Belair match. I think that was next, whatever one. Whatever. They had the Bianca Belair
Yeah.
match, and I didn't really pay attention too much just because I noticed some.
At the end,
No, Bianca.
at the
Well,
end, Uncle Howdy said, "Do you feel in control now, Alexis?"
yeah. I don't get it. Like, stop,
I don't either.
stop, just stop. Um, this is just ridiculous. And then like the match between Bianca, I wrote down in my notes that there's a lot of parts of that match. It looks so staged, like they were waiting for each other and setting each other up, and it's just like I'm just getting tired because I'm sorry, but like that's how a lot of women's matches are nowadays. They are. And I saw a video, this TikTok video, and it shows you the difference between a professional match and any match, and they're doing the same exact moves, but you can tell they're setting each other up for the moves. Like the guy gets thrown into the boards, the guy gets thrown into the boards. Oh my god, into the ropes, and as he comes back, he grabs him, swings him up, and slams him on the ground. Okay, and he does it fast. When they show like an indie wrestler, he throws him, and then he's sitting there waiting for the guy to come in. And he said, "This is the difference between an indie wrestler and a professional wrestler." And I'm telling you, that's a lot of the women. There's a lot of matches I've watched in the last couple of years where ladies are literally sitting there waiting for, looking behind them to see if they're going to get hit from behind or they're behind them, and it's really starting to get on my fucking nerves. And the whole thing with these, it's just I don't know what happened to the women's division. We have talked about the women's division many times on our show, and I don't know what's going on with them. It's just getting worse. Okay. AEW doesn't have a women's division, so we're not going to talk about them. I don't get the women's division. You have Rhea Ripley, and you have Raquel Rodriguez. They have Raquel Rodriguez coming out on SmackDown with a tag team match with Liv Morgan. She barely comes up to her fucking chest. I don't get it.
Ain't that the truth? Liv
I don't
Morgan's
get
this
it.
tiny little thing.
I don't get it. I don't get it. It's just yeah. It just annoys the piss out of me. So then the women's division came. The women's Royal Rumble came, and there was a few things in there I thought was the few things that I wrote a few notes for the women's because there was a few things that was said. I was like, what? There was one time I think the ladies, women, if you hear the paper, I think the ladies had like I'm trying to get an idea of who was in the ring. Okay, I think it was like I think B-Fab. Why the fuck B-Fab was in the ladies Royal Rumble? I had no fucking idea. That
She's
pissed
supposed
me
to be
off.
a female wrestler like Scarlett, but you
Oh
wouldn't
my,
know it.
oh my,
Scarlett
fuck
can
you.
probably wrestle better than her.
Whoever let her in the Royal Rumble should be fucking fired. She was only in there for 30 fucking seconds. But anyway, they had like B-Fab was the first one eliminated. That shows you a lot about it. Okay. They had like it was like Dakota Kai, Roxanne Perez, I think it was Bailey in there, I think Emma was in there, and a bunch of other girls. I can't remember who that was there. And someone made the comment of this is the future of the women's division.
That's
Really?
pretty sad.
That's the future? Really?
Michelle McCool jumped in from her.
Well, Michelle wasn't in
front.
there yet. She came a little later. She came.
Oh
Michelle
yeah, that's
was,
right.
yeah, Michelle was later on in the game. Michelle was
Like number 22, wasn't she?
you were a little bit. You were close. 25. She was 25. She was 25. But like, I mean, the women's was like so bad. Like, I'm sorry, but
I thought they were better than the men, to be honest with you.
I don't think so. I think this year, I think the men's was a little bit better. I really
Yeah,
do.
I think the women's
Other than
was.
Rhea Ripley lasting throughout the match and how and she was bleeding at one
The
point.
ending was great.
The ending
The
was good. The
finish.
ending was good. The ending was good. The ending was good of the women's because who was left over and who won, and how
Yeah.
it ended on the side on the apron was pretty cool. It was three people on the apron, and they were going back and forth, so that was pretty cool. The men's was good because you had a nice little match at the end of it with Gunther and Cody, who's Gunther's pretty much going to be the future of WWE. I mean, let's be honest with you.
Oh yeah.
They ain't gonna bury that
He
guy.
looks amazing.
Yes, and
I
Imperium,
wouldn't want him to hit me.
yeah, and with Imperium and with Da Vinci
Imperium.
and what's his other guy? What's this other guy with him? Vinci, what's the other guy's name?
Giovanni
Da
and
Vinci and I can't remember the guy's name. Son of a bitch.
uh,
We're so prepared for our show, aren't we? I tell you.
I forgot the other guy's name. It'll come to me.
I can see his face. Sterling Janela. Yeah, that's how he talks. But yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it's just
Let's call him Chad.
that's home Chad, yeah. And then again with the storyline because you had Bailey coming at 6, and Io Sky coming at you had Dakota Kai coming at 9, and you had Io Sky coming at 10, and then Becky Lynch comes in at 15. Becky Lynch just takes them all out, and it's just like, okay, so Becky Lynch is not winning. Okay, good. Because I mean, let's be honest, the only person other than Rhea who should win, maybe Becky, maybe Bailey. That's it. There's nobody else who won. Nobody else on this list who won. You had Tegan Knox come in. You had Xia Li. Xia Li, I didn't know Xia Li was still at the company.
I didn't either. She's never on. And every
She's
time
never
she
on.
is on, she looks like she's straight out of Mortal Kombat.
Not now. Now she's wearing some red stupid outfit. I don't know what the hell she was wearing, but she wasn't. Yeah, she didn't look like she was like um, yeah, 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 yeah. I'm coming for win. I'm coming to win. And her mouth move like she's a Chinese movie.
Yeah.
Piper Niven. Piper's
Love
back.
her.
Piper's back.
Love her.
Got this drop bullshit name that I couldn't stand. So they finally
Her
gave
real
her back her name.
first name is Kim.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Found out today on Twitter. She has it Kim Piper Niven.
Oh no shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the music came on and I'm like, who the hell is this? And they show her name on the screen. Said Piper Niven. I said, no shit. They changed her name.
Finally.
Nice.
Dewdrop was the worst fucking name I've ever heard in my life, and you could tell Vince was behind that one.
That was so disrespectful. I was so good. Andy Hartwell made an appearance. You had Nikki Cross come in late. And Shotzi and Sonya Deville coming late, which I was surprised, but that's fine. I mean, it makes sense.
I think Sonya got a nose job.
And then you have then you have the Botch Queen come back.
The Box Queen?
Botch Queen.
Oh, Nia.
What the fuck?
At least it was a one-time appearance.
Yeah, I haven't seen her since. Oh, we don't see her again. I hope it's just a one-time appearance. Thank God, because I was not happy with that. I was
like most girls.
Whatever. What is it with you in the songs all the time? Seriously.
I tend to break out into tunes sometimes when I'm in a good mood.
No, I have not noticed. Fight me! Oh, what? I was always a little upset that my girl was number 3, Dana Brooke, and got knocked out. Was the second person knocked out.
I know, it was sad.
Yeah, I was so sad. My girl. Anyway,
Sonya was your girl.
Sonya is my girl, but unfortunately, I'm not Sonya's girl. If you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
So yeah, but I saw. Listen, I was in the 4th row for Raw was 30. I got a good look at her. She's nice. She's pretty. She's good looking.
She got a nose job, I think.
Sonya Deville is not bad looking. She's pretty. She had a nice little body. The outfit she wore, she like a black outfit, which is pretty cool. She looked nice. And Bobby Lashley's a big son of a bitch, but that's a different story.
Who is?
Bobby Lashley's a big son of a bitch.
Oh my god, his muscles are big as my head.
We got pretty close because he fought in the 30 Raw for 30. I was 4th row in the corner there, and I was on the end, and I mean, people saw me on TV, so it was pretty cool. But
I'm disappointed I missed it.
Oh yeah, people text me.
I crashed.
Yeah, I just saw you. I was like, okay. But yeah, him and Austin Theory had a match, and Brock came out. It was pretty cool. But
I love Austin Theory.
They were fighting on the side, that corner there. I was right there, and I was like, Jesus Christ, Bobby's big. Holy shit. But it was interesting. But yeah, I mean, overall, Rhea Ripley. Who else? Rhea Ripley had to win. She had to win. She had to win. She had to be the winner. There's nobody else. There's nobody else.
I'm gonna go out on a limb right now.
Yeah.
Mark my words. Rhea Ripley is going to pull that championship right off of Charlotte.
I think so.
She has to.
Yes. Yeah, she has to. Because after 3-4 years ago, what was it 3 years ago when?
Yeah, 3 years ago.
Charlotte took off her. It makes sense. And I think there was an interview with Charlotte last night on SmackDown about how she's not ready for me after 3 years, something like that. Blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, I think she'll take the hell from her.
Yeah,
and
I think that's why they turned Charlotte babyface.
Yes. Yeah. I was just gonna say that. I think that's why the whole plan was get the belt off Ronda to give it Charlotte. Charlotte come back as a face, then Rhea can still be the heel. She can win it. But then again, they're not a big fan of letting the heels win belts at WrestleMania. So, but I mean, it should have to be the last match. So that's good.
Right.
But yeah, so we'll see. Michelle McCool coming in
I'm excited to
25.
see who's gonna challenge Bianca. If it's Carmella, I love Carmella and all. Mella is money, but I'll gouge out my eyes.
No, it's who's it's Asuka's in there, right?
Yeah, you think it's gonna be
Yeah,
Asuka?
I think it's gonna be Asuka.
Think Asuka will have a heel turn?
I think they already said Asuka coming out as a heel. Asuka, wait, her face paint now is when she said the
Yeah,
whole face.
Kana
They're
Chan.
saying that's a heel. That's her heel persona or something like that. That's what I read.
Yeah,
I never heard of that.
Kana. That's
Oh,
her
really? Is
heel.
that what it is? Okay, yeah, that's her
Her
heel.
real name is Kana Chan.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
I heard she was like a underwear model back in the days before she started.
Was
wrestling.
she? Wow.
That's what I heard or something. Yeah, there's a few pictures.
She's in her
there.
40s, you know.
Is she that old? Really?
Yeah.
Everybody's that. I mean, everybody's that old. It's funny how you used to talk about the age back in the day. Like, oh, they were like, oh, Piper and Hogan were still wrestling WCW and they were in their 40s. I'm like, yeah, but you look at it. Look at AJ Styles, like 45. And
Yeah,
he's
my age.
Yeah,
he was born in
45.
77.
Yeah, it's insane. Oh, 77, then he's 46 then.
Well, he'll be 46.
He'll be 46, yeah. So yeah, I mean, there were some nice people. I mean, Chelsea, what's her name? Chelsea Green.
Chelsea Green
going out in like 15 seconds. I thought was pretty funny.
She's fucking
Zoe
hot.
Stark. I know who Zoe Stark was.
Yeah, Zoe
Yeah,
Stark. I know her.
Zoe Stark, Candice, and like Io Sky and like Roxanne Perez and all them were in there. And I think Cole made a comment. This is the future of the women's division. Yeah, we're fucked. Yeah, we're fucked. I mean, you had some heavy hitters near the end, which you're supposed to. They had Tamina come in. They had Raquel Rodriguez. They had Lacey Evans, Michelle McCool, Sonya Deville, Shotzi, Nikki Cross, and Nia Jax. They were kind of the
What
end.
about Michin? Was she in it?
Oh, Michin was 23. She came in right after Raquel Rodriguez. I'm not a big fan of Michin. I don't get her.
I don't either. I don't understand her.
I was also surprised to see Tamina too. I haven't seen her in a while.
Oh, Tamina came out?
Tamina came out at number 19. She came out after Piper Niven.
Oh well,
and
be damned.
she was taken out by. Hold on, I can tell you. Boy, according to my notes, Michelle McCool got her out.
Oh, go Michelle.
Yeah, Michelle got something out. I was gonna write down who had the most people out, but I didn't get a chance to. I know Damage Control had a lot of people out in the beginning, because it was kind of hard. They were all trying to get them out, so it's hard to say who really got. So I just put Damage Control. Damage Control got. Girls from Damage Control are responsible for Dana Brooke, Emma, Perez, Shayna, Natalia, Candice. Sky did Candice.
Becky, because they cheated.
Becky, Baylor got rid of Becky. Bayley got rid of Baylor. Oh my god. Bayley got rid of Becky, and Liv got rid of Bayley after that. So yeah, then I think they were fighting on the floors or something like that. But yeah,
it was Nikki, Asuka, Rhea, and Liv.
At the end, yeah, it was yeah. It was Asuka. It was Asuka then Liv, yeah. What I thought was pretty cool. I mean, how it ended was pretty cool.
I loved it when she blew that mist and fucking Rhea's like, nope.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of weird. I thought that was interesting.
And then Liv's like, ah!
That was a crazy bump she took for that final elimination. A little scissors over the head, over onto the floor. I thought that, ooh, okay. I hope you practiced that one. But I mean, the only thing I really didn't like for the women's Royal Rumble was I didn't like Nia Jax coming back. I didn't like B-Fab being there either. I thought that was fucking ridiculous. But everything else was,
she can't fucking wrestle.
They didn't really do too much. Rhea was a star, and that's who should have won. I think, but people were happy about it. So yeah, that was interesting. And then after that, we had the main event, which was Mr. Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns, with Sami Zayn in the corner of Paul Heyman
of the Bloodline.
And for those who do not watch this, if you don't want to watch the Rumble, just watch the end of the Rumble. This is quality TV right here, folks. You can't beat
the only part of the Rumble that was good.
This was the best. I mean, the Rumble wasn't too bad. The Rumble wasn't horrible. It's just
I would have given it a C+.
Yeah, I definitely would get C+. I definitely would agree with C+. Maybe a B-. But definitely, it wasn't horrible. The only reason why it wasn't that good because it was very, very predictable. We said on the show last time we had every match right. We agreed on every match and we got every match right. It was very predictable. Every match was predictable. You knew Alexa was not beating Bianca. You knew Bray Wyatt was going to win that match. You knew the only person who would win the men's Royal Rumble was Cody. You knew the only person who would win the women's Royal Rumble was Rhea Ripley. There's nobody else. It's just how bad it is because there's no stars in WWE. I mean, I think there's going to be the title of this episode is no stars. I mean, there's no superstars. I think that's what I mean. That's the ongoing theme. And now you have a superstar breaking his mold. And for those who don't know, at the end of the match, it was a match between Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns. It was pretty good. It was pretty
great.
Good match. There's a few back and forth pins, near falls, but in the end, Roman did win. And then they start taking her out on Kevin Owens. Everybody started beating up Kevin Owens. They tied up Kevin Owens with handcuffs because, God forbid, Paul Heyman ever go to a pay-per-view without handcuffs. He's got to have his handcuffs in. They handcuffed him, and Roman Reigns was like, all right, let's go beat him. And Sami Zayn's like, no, he's done. I don't want to do this. And Roman rips him, starts, pie face him or starts hitting him in his face like, yo, I gave you this. This is what you do. Do it. Get on with it. Let's go. I put you in my family. Do this. And for those who don't know, for my neighbors who do listen by doubt, yes, I was yelling, hit him to the top of my lungs. I was yelling, hit him. My throat was hurting. And he finally hit him. And I was like, okay, so now we're off to the races. And it was fun to watch. And I'll tell you, that little swerve when Jay walked out, that was crazy.
That was great.
Yeah, that was a swerve and a half. I did not expect that. Did not expect that.
I didn't either.
Yeah, no one did. That was good. They did a good job there. They did a good job. Eric Bischoff has come out and saying that the Bloodline storyline is 10 times better than the NWO storyline, apparently.
Wow.
Which I think is hysterical. I believe the Bloodline is a good stable. It really is a good stable is what they call them. Stable faction word for them. It's good overall. I like it. But how long are you gonna have it? I mean, even the Four Horsemen died.
Has to break up. Yeah.
Gotta break up eventually. I mean, you can start a new one with a different version of it. But I mean, who you gonna bring in? You can bring Naomi back. She could join. I mean, DX had two. There was two versions of DX. I mean, there's two versions of NWO, but that sucked. But that's a different story.
Exactly.
Like I was saying, the Bloodline has to break up soon eventually. So we'll see. And now that we have this situation with Jay and Sammy, it's just a little fast forwarding to SmackDown last night when it kind of continued the whole where's Jay at, because who knows what's going on. But it was interesting to see if you really didn't know what was going on with Jay, and they made it abundantly clear that Jay was kind of with his brother, but not with but not with the Bloodline
Roman,
per se. Yeah, Roman per se. But there's already reports coming out of the camp saying that Triple H does not see Sami Zayn as a champion, does not see somebody as a headliner, which I think is utter fucking bullshit.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Because if you look at your stupid ass fucking roster that you have now, almost everybody on that roster has had a belt.
Yeah.
Sheamus.
Even Sammy has. He had the Intercontinental for the longest time.
I'm talking about the heavyweight champion. If you look at the Universal Champion and the WWE Champion, they all have had that fucking belt at one point. Everybody.
Yeah, except Sammy.
Except Sammy. You have AJ Styles, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, Finn Balor, even though he got hurt after they did it. Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley. All these fuckers have had these Universal titles and WWE Champions. Why the fuck can't Sammy have it?
Right.
Now, I get it. I don't want him winning at Elimination. I'd rather have him winning at WrestleMania. I'd rather have Roman lose at WrestleMania, honestly, for Roman Reigns. But, why the fuck can he have the belt? And why the fuck would you say that before you even made the fucking match on TV.
Right.
You said it's a week and a half ago after Rumble. We don't see him as a headliner, and then you go and have a match with Roman. Unless you give us a swerve, that makes no fucking sense. I don't think Sammy should win the WWE Championship. I don't think he should win.
No.
I want him to. But if you really,
I want him too.
If you really want to fuck with people now, Sammy and Kevin should take the belts off the Usos.
That'd be funny.
Because Sammy's already lining up Jay, saying, I acknowledge you with that bullshit last night, which I thought was hysterical.
It was.
Oh, I acknowledge you. Come on, man, get out with that, man. Come on, man. What the fuck? And the Bloodline is a great faction. It really is. But
I think they're the best faction in a long time.
They are probably the best faction in a very long time. The only reason why I don't think they're the best one of all time is because there's other factions that have more to them, and so that's why. And because of that, we're going. Like I'm saying, I got a top 20 list of my best factions of all time. Well, my lifetime, pretty much. Before we get to that, I like what they're doing with the Bloodline. They're making it more drama to it. And let's be honest, it's the only fucking storyline they have in the fucking two shows, Raw and SmackDown. And this is the only fucking storyline you have every week.
Yeah,
like it's like what the fuck? You gotta bring Vince Russo back to come with fucking storylines again. Like what the fuck is going on? Like it's the only it's the only thing people
shit
going.
Face.
It is the only thing people look forward to is this Bloodline shit. You know, it's like
we the ones.
Yeah, I mean it's the only thing. And what cracks me up even more. Cat's behind me. I didn't realize. He scared the hell out of me.
Dixon!
I didn't know he's behind me. And what pissed me off even more is like, you have nothing else, and it's like, I mean, it's I don't know. I just lost my train of thought to the fucking cat. Anyway, but yeah, it's just like, I don't know. And now the reports come out that Roman's not losing the titles. Did you see that shit?
No.
Yeah, apparently he's not losing the title.
He needs to lose a title. At least one.
Both titles. I think he should lose the WWE Championship. Give the WWE Championship to Cody. Let him keep the SmackDown one.
I agree.
But I mean, even then, that's the other thing. Oh, that's the other thing I want to tell you. Did you notice that when Roman came out the other day, he had a T-shirt with just him and Paul on it?
Yes.
He didn't have the Island Brothers shirt. He didn't have the Bloodline shirt. He just had a shirt with him with a suit on and Paul behind him in the corner. I was like, ooh, he doesn't come out with a Bloodline shirt on. I thought that was kind of interesting. The only thing is, I mean, you can probably revamp. And the thing was that people didn't really take notice to, and you can hear him plain as day at the very, very end of the Royal Rumble. He got a camera shot of him with Solo, and he goes to Solo, we're at war. We take no prisoners. And I was like, wow. Are you going to split the Bloodline now? Like you did with NWO?
Right.
I don't know. It's just, I don't know. And what Sami Zayn said to what Sami said to Paul before in the beginning of SmackDown, I thought was pretty interesting. Like he said, like how he keeps Solo close. How much longer do you think the Usos get tired of him bossing them around when they realize they're just as good? How much longer do you think this all gonna last? I thought it was pretty cool. I thought it was good. What do you think of the Bloodline going on right now? How do you feel about it?
I think it's the best thing that's going on SmackDown and Raw as far as storylines go.
Oh yeah.
I would like to see Roman lose one title at least. I'd like to see Jay turn on Roman because when you think about it, how can you forget the history between Jay and Roman and Jimmy? I mean,
they were fighting.
All Jay was trying to do was become main event Jay.
They were fighting before the Bloodline started, right? They were all fighting.
Right.
Yeah, they were fighting.
And he told them they had that I Quit match.
That's what I was going to say. They had
I Quit strangled match. Jimmy.
Yeah.
And he either said, if you win, you win the title. If you lose, you got to get in line.
Yeah.
And he went, there's the Bloodline.
Yeah, I remember that. Now, we were talking about how Bloodline is a pretty good faction. It's Really good faction. But I did a top 20 list of my personal favorite factions and stables over the years. I
Okay.
got someone you might not know, and I got some you might know. Unfortunately, I don't have my notes on the individuals of each group. So that's why. I
Okay.
have one faction group on here that I almost forgot. And then when I put them on there, I did not put them up high.
It was Hit Row, wasn't it?
Shut up. It row. Stuff like that gets you kicked out this shit, all right? These outbursts gotta stop. All right.
You're gonna pull out the bat with the barbed wire.
Oh, please. Anyway. All right. So my top 20 list, number 20 is these are top factions and pretty much in my lifetime. I'm let's just say I'm under 50. So this is like between the 70s to now, like and late 70s to now. Number 20, I put them on here only because they were a fun group. They didn't go anywhere. They didn't make any sense, but they didn't go too far. But it was fun. The Un-Americans. Remember the Un-Americans? It was Tess, Chris Jericho, and Christian. It was kind of like a Canadian group.
I remember now.
It didn't last long. They had a little bit here and there. I thought it was good. Just because of the group, because you don't see too many good Canadian groups. There is one good Canadian group, but it's pretty much a family. They're all here. You'll see.
Yeah.
All right. Number 19 is an ECW group. It's called the Triple Threat. It was the group that I liked the mostly was Bam Bam Bigelow, Shane Douglas, Chris Candido, and Francine was with them. There are different versions of it, but that's the version I like them. I thought they were pretty good. Shane Douglas was the champion. Bam Bam Bigelow and Chris Candido was with them. Francine was with them. I think they had a nice feud with Al Snow feud, and when the heads start coming around, that's what he was fighting them. Yeah, he was fighting Shane Douglas, and it was pretty good. It was
Dean Douglas.
Dean Douglas
in
was
WWE.
when he was in WWE. Yeah, when he was in WWE.
Yeah.
WWF. Fuck that shit. We go do sue me. Fuck you. Number 18 is the one that people are like, how is it not higher? And I'll tell you why it's not higher. Evolution. Triple H, Ric Flair, Dave Batista, and Randy Orton. The reason why they're not higher is because they're a fake ass 4 horsemen.
Yeah.
If you go get 4 guys together with Ric Flair, you call them the fucking horsemen. Stop fucking around. It was good. It was good for Randy Orton. It was great for Batista, but yeah. Next group is not my favorite group. I'm gonna put them in it anyway because they did get pretty big because the guys that are in it are my favorite wrestlers at the time, but they messed them up. Rice the Censor.
Oh my god, I used to love that.
I didn't like it because
that was great.
You got the Godfather, you got Val Venus, you got Bull Buchanan, it was Ivory, and it was just a dumb gimmick, but it made sense at the time because after everything
it was doing, so funny.
Yeah, it was.
I used to laugh.
Yeah, they were making fun of the censors. That's what Ranch was.
Yes,
censors so bad after it was right. It's like right after the Attitude Era, and you got censors so bad. It was so bad, but it was still good. Number 16, Judgment Day, only because it's new. It started off good with Edge, but when Finn got into it, it kind of like diminished it. But right now with Dom and Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley,
Mommy,
they make that, so it's good. So it's there.
Can I just interrupt you for 1 second about Dom?
Yeah, what's up?
I think as a heel, he's doing his best work.
Oh, he's better than ever. He's good. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's come a long way.
He's still got a long way to go, but he has come a long way. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. He's so much better now than he was before. And the whole jail thing is really getting annoying, but I think that's the heel part annoying. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Number 15 is the Dudley family from ECW.
Spike Dudley.
Devon Dudley,
Bubba Ray.
Bubba Ray, Big Dick Dudley, Sign Dudley, Dudley.
Big Dick. That was funny.
Yeah, that was a good group. It was great. I mean, I think there was like 9 Dudleys at one point. It really was.
All kayfabe, of course.
All kayfabe, yes, all kayfabe. Number 14, The Brood. With,
I love The Brood.
Christian and Gangrel. This was great. These guys were great. They come out of the floor with the fire. It was a great starting off point for Christian.
They were great.
Really, Gangrel really helped them and became stars. I mean, they're both stars. I mean, even though Edge got a little bit more better push, but still. Number 13, WCW, Deadly Alliance. This is Heyman's group. Heyman actually mentioned them the other day on the 30 Raw when he said Dangerous Alliance. It was I can't remember who everybody was in it, but I know Stone Cold. I know not Ravishing. Stunning Steve Austin was in it. I can't remember the names. I have it written down, but yeah, Dangerous Alliance was pretty good. Bullet Club, the Japan version with AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes and Kenny Omega and Prince Hayakani, whoever his name was, which was Valor. That was a good group. It was very, very known. People knew about it. OGs were in there, Luke Gallows, and they were part of it. So yeah, that was a good group. Number 11, The Shield, obviously.
That was a good group.
That was a good group. John Moxley, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins. They really made an impact when they came out. They really was like the Hounds of Justice, and the split when Seth turned on them, I thought was great. So it was good. Number 10, The Hurt Business.
I thought they were good too, and I think they broke up way too quickly.
They had some good wrestlers in that group. Bobby Lashley's not bad. MVP can talk, and the other guys, Cedric Alexander and Son Ben was a great wrestler. He's great. Number 9 is a tie. This is for the old school people. Number 9 is the Von Erichs and the Fabulous Freebirds, because if you can't have one, you don't have the other one without the other one. Because these guys were tearing it down in Texas in the 70s, and it really made both groups great. So you got to put them together. So I put them together as number 9. Number 8, the Radicals. Which is Perry Saturn, Eddie Guerrero, Dean Malenko, and Chris Benoit. When they came over to from WCW, they were called the Radicals. Even though
I don't remember them.
You don't remember when they came as a Radical? You don't remember when they came over?
No.
It was funny because the first time they actually got in the ring, Eddie Guerrero did a frog splash and busted his elbow the first time he was in the ring. But yeah, that was funny. Number 7. Now, don't be surprised. I'm telling you, you don't know who you'll be surprised who number 1 is. Number 7, the Hart Foundation. This was a later version when it was Bret Hart and Owen Hart and that group right before Bret left.
Bulldog and Neidhart.
Yes. That was perfect. That's when Bret Hart was like this, like the
heel
greatest,
of the United States.
Yeah, exactly. The greatest heel of the United States. But when he went to Canada, he was the biggest babyface of all time. So yeah,
that was strange.
Some of the stuff that he said in that time was great. Number 6, only because they're still kind of new and there's a lot of other groups that have been there longer than them. The Bloodline, the Roman Reigns group, they're great.
Absolutely.
I mean, the Usos, Paul Heyman with them is great. I love watching Samuels just watch. I watch Paul Heyman in the background the whole time. He's fucking awesome.
His facial expressions.
His facial expressions make the whole fucking thing, dude. Number 5, I know people can probably say they look kind of low only because, they were great, but the 4 Horsemen.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think that's a good ranking.
The Horsemen, the Ole Anderson, Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, Ric Flair, and J.D. Dillon. They were the
originals.
They are like the stable. They're the originals. They're the ones you want to look at, but I think some groups had more impact than them later on in the year. I mean, they were great in the 70s and the early 80s, or mid 80s, even to the 90s. But the thing that I was mad about the Horsemen was you could have kept the Horsemen and had the Horsemen go against the NWO, which they did not do, which I thought was stupid.
That's dropping the ball.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they dropped the ball big time. And even Eric Bischoff has come out saying that he messed up with Ric Flair. He really did. Number 4, Ministry of Darkness. Undertaker,
the Undertaker,
and APA and Minion and all of them.
That was great.
And the storyline with Stephanie McMahon, Austin coming, who the higher power was. I thought that was great.
It ended up being Vince.
It'll be Vince. Yes, it was great. Number 3 and 2 can swap out both either way. Okay, but I put number 3, D-Generation X.
Of course.
The reason why is D-Generation X, and I'll tell you why I put them 3, and I'll tell you why. D-Generation X, I like the later version. The first version with Shawn Michaels wasn't that good. I liked it. It was okay. But the thing is, if you look back at
But
now,
he kicked Stan.
that was later on. That was much later.
I was just teasing.
Calm down, son. Calm down. Howard, calm down. I can't calm down. But yeah, the reason why the later version with Triple H was he was in charge. It was more of a group. It was more of a faction. More of like he said, like an army. So it was actually good. The original version with Shawn Michaels was good, but everybody was like, "Oh, he's great. He's great." Well, no, he was being an asshole. And apparently, everybody liked him being an asshole. But I wasn't a big fan of it. And the reason why I wasn't a big fan was because D Generation X was the answer to the NWO. NWO was number two. The reason why NWO was number two, as I'm telling you, man, it started the Night Wars. It made them change everything around. It made everybody start becoming who they want to be. Austin, The Rock, all those guys, Triple H, everybody started stepping up because the NWO was a wildfire. It was crazy. Like I literally stopped watching WWE and watched NWO, and you literally will turn in every week just to see who will join the NWO. It was crazy. Right. It had now granted it was literally like a watered down WWE and WCW and granted. And there are a lot of people in the NWO that did not deserve to be in the NWO. My hardcore NWO was Hogan.
That was
Nash,
great.
Hogan, Nash, Hall, Ted DiBiase, X-Pac, which was 6 at the time. Even Virgil, who was Vincent, even then. Then it was Rick Rude, and then Mr. Perfect came. After that, nobody else should have joined. I don't know why Scott Norton was in there. I don't know why Buff Bagwell was in there.
Booker T was in there too, wasn't
Booker T was in the later versions. Then eventually I'm talking about the original, like the first 2-3 years they were around. Because later on, like the 2000s, after when they were trying to catch up, everybody was in the NWO. Eventually, Lex was in the NWO. Sting was in the NWO. Bret Hart was in the NWO. Everyone was in the NWO at one point. It was just stupid. And I'm not talking about the damn stupid WWE version. I'm talking about the version WCW.
Yeah.
Number WCW. One faction is the reason why I looked at these factions as like star power, Hall of Famers. Who came out of the factions the best? Who benefited from these factions the best? And this faction, the later version of this faction, brought Hall of Famers and stars to WWE. And that is a Nation of Domination.
That's what made The Rock.
That made The Rock, D'Lo Brown, House of Pain with Mark Henry, the Godfather. Comics became the Godfather. I mean, who was this launch? Farouk was Farouk. He left. He went on to become APA. Even he was launched more. It was
damn.
The Nation. Damn. The Nation. I gotta get one of those. I gotta get a soundbite for that one. It's just I think Nation Domination was one of the best ones. They had a political point, which was a little controversial, which made it even more better. Yeah. It was fun. When Farouk first came over to WWE, he was giving shit to Vince. I remember watching it, that he had never had a black champion, which he never did. There was no WWE champion was never black. The closest thing that was Pedro Morales. And he was the only one. So then eventually The Rock had it. But the thing was, people didn't think he was Rock because only Rock was half black and half Samoan.
Right, half
and
white.
And it wasn't until like Kofi Kingston who you actually had a black champion.
From Nigeria, right? Or Ghana? Who? Where is he from? Nigeria or Ghana?
No, I'm not too sure where
Kofi.
He's from. Yeah, I'm not too sure where he's from. I know he's from.
You know what? I'm gonna Google right now.
Yeah. You had Farouk was a champion over in WCW. They made him a WCW. They made him a WWE champion.
He's from Ghana.
Ghana, okay. They made Farouk WCW champion in like the late 80s, I think it was. Maybe early 90s. And
wow.
Yeah, it was a good thing. It's great. He beat Vader.
Pretty sure. Oh yeah, good old Leon White.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Nation Domination. So I mean, a lot of these groups were great. A lot of these groups were the top 5 is ridiculous. Like the top 5 you can put it either way. I mean, the NWO, Nation Domination, NWO, DS,
they're interchangeable.
Yeah, they're interchangeable. You could probably throw the Hart Foundation up there a little higher. Old school people might want to put the Von Erichs up there a little earlier. Some people don't want Evolution up there. Only thing is, I didn't put Evolution high because Evolution is a fake ass 4 horseman. Let's be honest, guys.
What about Nexus? You're muted.
Good.
There you go.
Space button. Okay. You're this close, woman. This close.
Really?
Yes, you're this close. Keep your crap up, Nexus. How dare you? What did Nexus do other than beat up John Cena one day and broke the
I
state?
was just kidding,
Yeah, like
anyways.
Nexus didn't do shit, man.
No, they didn't. I thought it was a funny, stupid stable.
It was like, yeah, it was just dumb, like stupid ass stable made nothing. Yeah. Okay, so
Next week, I'm going to do top 10 tag teams.
there you go. There you go. Maybe so throw some notes to me. Maybe we'll do a top 20.
Oh, cool. All right.
Yeah, we'll throw some notes to it. Yeah, that's that was something I'm gonna work on next. I was thinking about doing a bracket, like a playoff bracket with the players best wrestlers again, and then maybe do one with tag teams. So
Cool.
anyway. So next pay-per-view we got coming real quick, right after Royal Rumble. Not much time left, I'll tell you. I don't know why they're having it so close to Royal Rumble because you still have after that.
It's ridiculous.
Is there gonna be another one? Is there gonna be another pay-per-view in March? Is there a pay-per-view in March?
Let me look.
I don't think so. But
Premium
I don't
WWE
because you're gonna have this one in February, which is gonna be February 18th?
March 2023.
Saturday. And then you have almost a month and a half before WrestleMania. Which is kind of weird. I don't know, it's just me.
Elimination Chamber. NXT Roadblock. After Elimination Chamber, it's Hall of Fame ceremony.
Yeah,
and then WrestleMania. They don't have anything in March.
For a month and a half?
Yep, they must be wanting to build up.
That's going to be one hell of a build up, I'll tell you. Okay, so
Elimination Chamber, Quebec, Canada.
Yeah.
Predictions.
Yeah, I actually had that up here too. So Elimination Chamber, the championship match, Roman Reigns versus Sammy. I would like to see an interference and Sammy win, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think
that's not going to happen.
I think Roman's going to win. I don't think it's going to be I don't think it's going to be a beatdown like you thought. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be pretty good. I think it's going to be a pretty good match. I think he can. I think he can win the belt for a little bit, but I don't see it coming. But yeah, that's gonna be Roman. So I would agree that's gonna be Roman.
What was that?
We agree that Roman's gonna win that match.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Next thing on this list here, actually going from like the top to the bottom. Let's go. Next on the list is the Elimination Chamber for the United States Championship. Don't know why you're having the biggest pay-per-view structure of all time, the Chamber
for the U.S.
or a U.S. title. Yeah. What's next? You're gonna have a Money in the Bank for the fucking 24/7 title? I mean, come on.
I know, right?
You have Montez
Gargano is in it.
Yeah, Gargano made it. Yeah, Montez Ford, Damian Priest, Bronson Reed, who's a big dude. I seen him.
Yeah, he is. He can fly for a big dude.
Yeah, Johnny Gargano, Seth Rollins, and Austin Theory.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Austin Theory retains.
Yeah, I mean that's probably what's going to happen because once again it's going to be predictable. But it would be nice to see maybe Montez Ford win it. But if you got Montez Ford, then it's Montez Ford breaking up with Angelo Dawkins, which is not going to happen. But I don't think they'll go back to Seth. It's too early to give the Bronson Reed. I don't think it's too early for Johnny Gargano to get anything. I don't think they'll get back to Seth. I don't think they'll get back to Seth. Now, Damian Priest would be a nice win. That would be interesting to see.
That would be interesting to see.
That would be interesting to see. Because then you can have Damian Priest versus Edge at WrestleMania for the title. And he's like, if you want the title, you got to put your career on the line and be a career versus title match. That would be interesting. They don't do shit like that anymore because it's not the 80s, so we'll see. And then you have this another Elimination Chamber match for a number one contendership match. Yeah, beat the shit out of the fucking women for them to have a number one contendership match, which I don't fucking get. Right? Yeah, you want to try? Yeah, I wanted the title change for a title shot, but I ain't going through that shit.
Right? I'd be like, I'll see you at WrestleMania in the front row.
Yeah, yeah. Well, listen, we have an idea for it. We're not gonna let you. We want you to fight for a title at WrestleMania, but Oh, so I'm going to Rumble? No, you're not going to Rumble. Oh, women winning. Chamber. No. I'm beating my ass up. I ain't doing a chamber. I saw what happened last year at fucking Austin. I ain't flying off the top rope. Fuck that bullshit. But yeah, it is Ronda, Raquel Rodriguez, Nikki Cross, Liv Morgan, Asuka, Natalia versus Carmella.
And Carmella and Liv.
Carmella, yeah. Liv. Oh yeah, I missed Liv, yeah. Yeah, Rodriguez, Cross, Morgan, Asuka, Natalia, and Carmella. You think Carmella?
Yes.
You say Carmella?
No, I say Asuka.
I say Asuka too. I think Asuka's gonna win.
I think with her new heel gimmick,
yeah,
it's possible she could dethrone Bianca.
yeah, it's possible. But then again, if Rhea
And if
beats
she doesn't, she will turn heel on WrestleMania.
The thing is, yeah, the only thing is I'm just thinking about now, if you had that, that means two heels are winning at WrestleMania. Because Rhea Ripley will beat Charlotte Flair and Asuka will beat Bianca. So I don't think we'll have two. So we'll see about that. Yeah, that's true. Then we have the stupid ass the mixed tag match, Edge and Beth Phoenix versus Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley.
All right.
Who you say to win this match?
Okay, and this is the reason why I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
I think the Judgment Day is going to win because I don't think they want Rhea Ripley to look weak.
Son of a bitch. I was just thinking the same thing. Do you really want Rhea Ripley? Because Rhea Ripley's not going to get pinned by Beth Phoenix. Let's put it that way.
No.
I mean, you might, and I don't think Finn is going to pin Edge. So I think Rhea's going to pin Phoenix to give her the boost to go into WrestleMania, especially if it's not on a pay-per-view, to go into WrestleMania to fight Charlotte. So I think I'm with you. I think Finn Balor. Yeah, that could be back and forth. That could be either way. And then you have isn't Bobby Lashley fighting Brock Lesnar? Oh, it's not
Unconfirmed.
It's not officially signed yet because the signing paper is on Monday.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Brock Lesnar's gonna win.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Unless Bobby goes heel with MVP and the Hurt Business gets involved.
That's true. That could be another possibility. So we will see. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on at Raw this week. Anything going on interesting? I can't remember. Oh, I think there's a match with. Isn't there a champion? Isn't there a match next week or something? I forget. I don't know. I wasn't really into. I'm not really into. I mean, I'm not really worried about what's going on at Raw and SmackDown. I'm just waiting for WrestleMania because they already got some matches already coming up.
Any idea who's going to be in the Hall of Fame this year?
Oh yeah, there is a. Oh shoot, where is it at? They're saying like Cyndi Lauper. Oh crap!
Seriously.
Midnight Express.
Oh really?
Yeah, there's a rumor one. I saw one that has a rumor. No, I ain't gonna find a damn thing.
Okay, speculation. Here we
Speculations. Yeah.
Batista, John Cena, The Rock, William Regal, and Vince McMahon.
Those are the rumors.
Yeah.
Oh no shit! I didn't see that. I saw something else. I saw. Who the hell did I see now? God damn it! I don't think I took a picture of it. Wait, I saved. Wait, I'm gonna share it. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Did I share it? I might have shared it. There's a picture going around. No, I didn't share it. Wait, hold on a second. No, I didn't share. There's a picture going around with like 6 people and I could be in it. And it's like Cyndi Lauper, Midnight Express. There's some corny. It's corny people. It's this corny people.
You think they'll put maybe Triple H in the Hall of Fame?
Not yet.
No.
No. Hopefully, I do that in Philadelphia for the 40th anniversary, so I can be there. Jesus Christ! If I go to the Hall of Fame, it's fucking Triple H.
Don't you have tickets for it?
Not yet. I don't think tickets go on until about August. So I'm trying to say I'm going to start saving money up now for August. So, yeah. But yeah. I mean, that was a Rumble. You said a C plus. I probably would give it a C plus also. Maybe a B minus.
I thought it was kind of boring. I slept through a couple of the matches.
I don't think it was really boring. I think it was more predictable.
Predictable, yeah.
Yeah, we knew who was going to win the matches. Well, the Rumbles aren't really boring as per se. I mean, they can be exciting. It wasn't too exciting.
I thought they were boring this year because, for one thing, you had qualifying matches for the Rumble. Since when did they do qualifying matches?
Yeah, I know. Like when people were saying it all over the place on media, social media and stuff like that. When did they start doing qualifying matches? Like you only have you can't do qualifying matches. It's funny. I don't think they did a female qualifying match. Did they do a female?
They didn't.
Match?
No, just a male.
Because you only have 30 women on the whole goddamn roster in the first place.
Put me in, coach.
How many?
Put me in. Piper Niven and I book it right now.
All right, hold on. Let me see. How many girls are on there that weren't on the? How many girls are on there that aren't on the main roster? Ready? Let's see. Well, BFAB won't count. Roxanne Perez.
NXT.
Zoe Stark. Xia Li, but you never see her.
Right.
Tegan Knox, you never see her. Piper Niven came back. Chelsea Green is now new. Let's see. Indy Hartwell, she's in NXT, so you don't see her too much. Then you have people like Nia Jax, who's not all the time. You got Michelle McCool, who's STP all the time. Yeah, I mean Emma.
I'm surprised Lita and Trish weren't there.
Yeah, Lita showed up on Raw. I think that was pretty cool.
There's a rumor going around right now that it's going to be Lita, Becky, and Trish versus Damage Control.
Yeah.
I hope they do. That would be kind of cool.
That'd be fun. But we'll see.
But I feel bad for Bayley and their faction. They keep freaking losing.
Yeah, that's fine. Before I go, I just want to say condolences for Mr. Lanny Poffo who died. Leaping Lanny Poffo, or as some people might know back in the days for WWF, the Genius. He used to do poems and
I remember the Genius.
He used to do poems and put them on frisbees. He used to sign them, and the poems were pretty good. And he used to throw them across. This is like late 80s, early 90s, probably. Yeah. He was actually Macho Man Randy Savage's brother. His father, Angelo Poffo, had this very good territory, which was I think it was lower Illinois, around Illinois, like that.
Yeah.
Area. So, but yeah,
we have independent wrestling in Maine.
Yeah, they had independent. Really?
Yeah.
But yeah,
a couple of them.
Yeah, I think he was 68 when I saw 68. But yeah, it was sad to see him go. I remember him as a kid. He was great as a kid. I watched him as a kid. Well, unfortunately, he's passed away. I did not see the cause of death yet, but yeah, I did hear recently. Somebody said, I think I heard that he recently got married. I'm not too sure about that, but yeah, it's just sad.
It is
another wrestler from the past we loved is now gone again. He wasn't a big name. He wasn't a big time guy, but I mean, I remember him. I remember him plain as day, long hair, the cap and gown. Yeah, he was great. So
Jameson, wasn't he the little nerd guy that used to fight with the Genius?
Who?
Jameson. Do you remember him? He was the little nerdy guy in WWF.
Jameson. I gotta look him up. I don't remember Jameson. I gotta look him up.
You don't remember Jameson? Oh my God. It was 80s. The Genius went over and smacked him. And Jameson went up to somebody in the front row and said, "Am I bleeding?"
I know. I remember that. I gotta look that up.
You did?
I gotta look it up. I don't remember that. I don't remember it.
Yeah, it was really funny.
Anyway.
And then instead of kicking the Genius, he stomped on his foot. And the Genius sold it.
Yeah. But yeah, back in the days, wrestling is so different from nowadays. It's so different from like the 80s to the 90s to the thousands to now. It's so fucking different. When you live as long as we have and you watch like this from I remember when Piper grabbed a little gentleman, African American gentleman who was a little person, midget, little person. I remember him taking it. I remember grabbing him, taking him and shaving his head off, and making him because he was friends with Mr. T, and Piper and Mr. T.
Oh my God!
Yeah, but he tried to give him a mohawk so he looked like Mr. T. Oh, you're Mr. T's fan? Yeah, we're gonna give him a mohawk, look just like him. I actually remember that shit. I remember that shit, man. You couldn't do that shit nowadays. You couldn't even try to do that shit nowadays. You'd be canceled in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah,
it's so different, but yeah. All right, girl. So I mean, it's getting kind of late, so let's wrap this up.
Yeah.
we'll probably do a show. Hopefully, we maybe will do a show before the Elimination Chamber, but if not, we'll definitely do a show after Elimination Chamber.
Absolutely.
So, just want to say thanks everybody for listening. Give us a like if you can. On my Twitter account is at Chris K 76 on Twitter. I'm also on TikTok at Chris Key. Which I put the only TikTok I did this week for was I was getting pissed because I was like, the segment with Paul Heyman and Cody, which was pretty good, was running a little long, and I was like, I hope they don't cancel a steel cage match. They did in Philly again with a long promo.
Yeah,
the bloodline. I was getting pissed because I really wanted to see that cage match. But Chris Key, and we do have a Facebook page, but I don't know how to work it, so I'm sorry. I don't know how to work the damn thing.
And my Twitter handle is Crossfade Babe. That is KROSSFAYDEBAE. Crossfade Bay.
Nice. Like I said, this is always Monday night. We call it always Monday night because wrestling is primary on Monday. Even Territories Days was actually on Monday night, and we talk about wrestling all the time, so every day is Monday to us, so it's always Monday night for us. And hope it's always Monday night for everybody else. And with that being said, I'm going to say good night and God bless, and hopefully everything works well for everybody in wrestling. And I hope Sami Zayn wins the title. So, Tina, how you doing? How you feel about it, Tina? How you feel about the rest of the wrestling this week? Can't wait, huh?
I'm excited for Elimination Chamber. I want to see what develops with the bloodline.
Me too. So, okay.
And I want to see Asuka turn heel.
So, with that being said, good night to everybody.
Good night, everybody. Peace, love, happiness, and deuces.
All right, guys. Good night. Thanks.
Bye.